By now, you've all heard of the terrorist attack that happened in New Orleans on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day night, New Year's celebration. And I'm not going to go through all the details. They're still coming out. I think the death toll is up to like 15 now, with some more people injured. But the thing that I found really curious is that the fact that the accused terrorist was found with the ISIS flag on the back of his car. He's a U.S. veteran, but it is an extreme Islamic sympathizer and was inspired by the Islamic State or something like that, and he wanted to off people. For what reasons, we don't know yet.
Let's get right to the New Year's attack in New Orleans. Here's the latest, up to the minute. The death tonight is rising. 15 people now confirmed, with dozens more injured. The killer, a U.S. Army veteran who had posted to social media that he was inspired by the Islamic State and wanted to.
A U.S. Army veteran with an ISIS flag on his vehicle swerved around makeshift barriers just hours into the new year.
But the covering of the ISIS flag in the beginning was really curious to me. Like, they finally came out to confirm that it was an ISIS flag, but for a while they had like a jacket or a coat covering it up so people couldn't see that it was an ISIS flag, which to me is just... It's the mainstream media once again trying to protect what they believe is a marginalized community from hate or whatever by withholding information of the criminal of a crime. And they've done this multiple times, many times before. I believe there was another attack overseas in the UK, I think in a Christmas market, or Germany, and it took them a long time to release the name. It took them a long time to release the image, the face, or any information about this person because they were trying to protect a terrorist. So make that make sense. Not to mention, even after revealing that the attacker had an ISIS flag and was inspired by the Islamic State or extremism, for a long time the mainstream media still refused to call it a terrorist attack. It's pathetic.
This is not a terrorist event. What it is right now is their improvised explosive devices that was found. And we are working on confirming if this is a viable device or not.
15 people now confirmed dead, with dozens more injured. The killer, a U.S. Army veteran who had posted to social media that he was inspired by the Islamic State and wanted to.
A U.S. Army veteran with an ISIS flag on his vehicle swerved around makeshift barriers just hours into the new year.
This is not a terrorist event.
What a bunch of fucking bullshit.
But that's it. That's all I really wanted to say about it, that I thought that was strange. But you guys let me know what you guys think of this. Apparently he didn't act alone. Apparently there were IUDs, explosives that were found. And apparently there was another explosive at Trump's tower. I'm not sure if those two things are tied together, but very interesting, or a big coincidence if they're not. And I have a lot more to say about the fact that I do think a lot of right-wing talking heads have been hyper-focused on ancient history from Israel, like the USSI with Candace Owens, and really focus on Israel and the Jewish community in America, but really ignoring the uprising and the rising terror that we see in the UK that is creeping overseas to America. It seems like a lot of right-wing people, so-called Republicans and conservatives, have completely ignored it for some reason. I just think that's interesting. Anyway, you guys let me know what you guys think of this whole thing in the comment section down below. And of course, my hearts and prayers and condolences goes out to all the victims of this horrific attack.